Well, Swellheads, it's Greg Allison from Green Graves coming to you live late, very late or very early, however you want to look at it. Saturday night, Sunday morning. My friends, I don't like being this late, but I got to bring you this news. There has been a missile barrage from the Hezbollah into the area of Galilee in Israel. There is this follows an attack by the Israeli Defense Forces into Lebanon, which excuse me, and taking out another Hezbollah leader in the southern Lebanon region, and also a key leader, and also hitting a convoy on the highway there in Lebanon, which follows the plan, the three-phase plan, pretty much as laid out by Saudi Arabia for how it would launch this war on Lebanon. As you might recall, Erdogan of Turkey had said that if Israel hits Lebanon, they're going to invade. Well, we got this whole thing going on with Iran. So we got Iran possibly getting involved. And we've got North Korea pledging to support Iran. My friends, this could escalate. It could get ugly really fast. Can Israel even, oh yeah, and the Houthis, not to be left out, have hit another ship. So, guys, can Israel really stand up to all this, fighting Hezbollah, fighting Iran, fighting other possible adversaries, possibly like maybe NATO ally, supposedly Turkey and North Korea, which is allied with Russia. They've got a tight defense contract, an alliance as tight as NATO between Russia and North Korea. You see where this could go bad? You see where it could go ugly? You see how this could escalate? My friends, if you've not been prepping, do it now. Do not wait. Get your stuff in order. Get your house in order. Get in order with your friends, your family, especially yourself. Let me see who's in the chat room. I'm going to share some articles with you on this here in a second. Do a refresh. It is extremely late. I do not plan to go long because I have to get up early. I've been very sleep deprived lately. And this is a challenge, but I just had to bring this to you. Had to come in here with us. What and what was going on here? Why is this not loading properly? Now, give me a second, guys. Just want to say who is here tonight because we are live. Ah, my goodness. Nose is itching, coughing. In the event. We got 49 in the house. Wow, that's pretty wild for this late hour. Thank you all for being here. Just Mike, Meg Rise, and got Alaska. John Cole, wow, you're up late, buddy. Wee Bits. Jerry Gamble. Colonel Cole. Pretty much little Davy resulting Big Deborah. But yeah, we got a storm that looks like it's going to be a hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico, probably going to hit into Florida. It's a hurricane, tropical storm right now, little Debbie. So it's going crazy, guys. You got to get ready. Plus, in this country, who benefits more? Who would benefit from this war? Maybe the powers that be right here at home. Maybe they would like to find a really big war, a good excuse to cancel some elections this year. I don't know. Martial law. Could that happen? It seems they would stop short of nothing. Keep T-Man out of the W house. Oh my gosh, guys. So where does this stop? How far does this go? So maybe our own so-called leadership would profit by this. In Israel, it's been said that Netanyahu's life and livelihood may depend on the war because it's thought that he's going to face criminal charges if he winds up being out of office. Iran has challenges at home. Maybe they need this war. I mean, it might be that all the world's leaders are looking forward to this. But, to heck with the people. And that's, I've been telling you guys, to be a leader in the world, you've just about got to be sociopathic at a minimum, maybe psychopathic, more probable for some of them. And they don't really care. I keep telling you guys, the leaders in the world, anywhere, don't care about the people. They care about their own rusty rear ends. They're not there for us. They tell you that, but they're lying to you guys. They're just flat lying to you when they tell you that they're in there. Hey, Michelle, that they're trying to do things for you. It's all about them and maintaining their power base, their own self-aggrandizement. And so they play us all against each other. That's how this works. They play us against each other. And It's a sad fact, but we are way down the slippery slope right now toward global war. And get ready. That Colorado Jen, Vicky Savage. Wow, a lot of you guys are up late. Let's try not to keep it too late. I got to get up in a little bit. All right, so let's do some shares. So I'm going to show you guys some articles on this stuff to back up these things I'm saying here. Where in the world is that at? Here we are. I'll make this stuff up. Rocket barrage fire from Lebanon at north. Iron Dome intercepts many. Well, it was dozens of fires. Apparently, a couple of them made impacts. Nobody's reported to have been injured by this. It was a fire reported. But as I said, this was over Galilee, Panhandle area. So siren sounding in Kiryat Shimona, however you say that, and several nearby communities. So I don't know, I might get a hit if I play any of that. So I'll better be careful on here. Let me move this down here a little bit. All right, guys. So, and here's another article on it. You know, this is not really much in American news. I had to really dig to find these articles. I heard about this. Jerusalem Post had it posted like way down in their articles, believe it or not, for some reason. Michelle, thank you for that. And I appreciate and salute to you for the super chat you gave me on our last session over on Silverhead News. I'm coming here on Green Grade just because I get a broader audience, and for this kind of content I try to put on Silverhead News more often now. But I'll keep the politics out. We're just today going to look at the prospects for war. Except war is driven by politics. War is a means of politics. Let's not forget that. But so, guys, they said no casualties from this barrage. But you can bet this is in retaliation for Israel making their own little strike into Lebanon. Israelis take out Hezbollah's operative in Lebanon, strikes Hamas targets in Gaza. And so you can see this is going on. Where's this? Yeah, and this guy took out central terrorist them in Hezbollah's southern front. It says his equivalent of his name, Ali. I don't know how you pronounce ABD. Ali Abdali. Anyway, that was the guy's name. So they said it was a significant blow to the function of the southern front and the Hezbollah terror organization. But get this, Israel also struck a convoy of tanker trucks on the Syrian-Lebanese border Saturday. This is exactly what Saudi Arabia said Israel was going to do. They were going to strike these roads. This is what Saudi Arabia was claiming. Israel would hit the leadership, then take out the roads, and then go for a full-scale invasion. So everything is proceeding according to plan. War is the teeth of negotiation, says Vicky. Yes, that's true. And really all politics comes from the barrel of a gun, according to Mao Zedong, right? Well, we see it. Anyway, here, Iran expected to attack Israel as early as Monday. So we can expect Iran to make a big hit back. So this is picking up, guys. They said that their response would, their revenge would be severe and appropriate time and place and manner. Now, I don't expect, this is for Haniyeh's death, I do not expect that Iran would actually probably do it Monday. They might, but you know, you want the element of surprise when you do an attack. That would suggest either earlier, like today, or maybe another day down the road. Why would you? Excuse me, guys. I wanted to sneeze and cough today. For some reason, all at once. There's some dust in here or something. We've been cleaning, packing stuff, and I got a lot of dust in the room. Anyway, oh, it's getting in my nose here. I got an itch. Makes you want to sneeze and cough. So, and it turns out that the Iranians are saying it was not a bomb in a mattress or a pillow. They claim it was a short-range missile. That was a short-range missile fired. Excuse me, guys. I'm gonna have to mute my mic here because I've got to. Give me a second here. I've got to stop the share for a second. I've got to blow Sorry for that interruption. that was too gross to do live. It just hit me. There's dust in the air. I've been cleaning up and packing stuff, and it's got dust in the air here. All right, let's go back to the share. Pardon me. Lord, guys. So there we go. When are they going to hit? That's a good question. Probably soon. Probably real soon. But there's some I want to show you. Oh, yeah. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has approved sending additional Navy cruisers and destroyers which can shoot down ballistic missiles. So you can expect American role to be at least what it was before. But Iran is talking about hitting with their proxies. Broad front attack with their proxies, and maybe by them too. Oh, Fort Bragg, wow, you're up late. Good to see you in the house, all the way from the East Coast. You're either up late or up early. Anyway, Iran reported convenes terror proxies and plot a response to the assassination. So, guys, it's on. Game is on. What is it going to be? Can Israel stand up to a multi-front attack? And who all is going to be in it? Iranian commander threatens Israel with broad counter-strike by allies. I suppose that includes them too. And they've been saying it would be worse than what happened back in April. The criminal and this is Iranians talking. The criminal and Zionist regime, which is Israel, according to them, and its supporters must reckon with the holy wrath of the resistance groups. This is from General Hossein Salami. Hossein Salami. I used to like salami sandwiches. I don't know anymore. Guys, they're talking about also having the Iranian proxies in Iraq hitting American forces as part of this. So that's part of what they're talking about. You won't go, well, thank you, Colorado Jan, for sharing my links. That's mighty nice of you. Michelle's been sharing my links. I appreciate that from both of you. That's what mods do. I really appreciate that. You know what? I didn't post none of my links in here, so thank you guys. Yeah, gold bags. Go to defythegrid.com and use the promo code GreenGraves, get 1% off. Guys, gold is going up. Maybe I'll kick back in a minute. Suspected missile attack by Yemen's Houthis. Yeah, take out a container ship, or they hit one. The first attack in 2 weeks have been laying a little bit low. Maybe they're saving their ammo for what's to come. But here's where it gets interesting. A hidden nuclear threat. North Korea's role in Israel's security apparatus. They're saying this. This is a little YouTube article, but I saw an article on this. I can't find the article right now in short order. I saw it earlier. But Kim Jong-un called Israel a mercenary of global imperialism. And he further stated that they would always stand by Iran and would be resolute to any threat to Iran. They pledged their support to Iran, North Korea. North Korea is tightly allied with Russia, and not as tight between Russia and Iran as Russia and North Korea, but Russia is also deeply involved with Iran, and so is China. For some reason, my link didn't show as a link. Yeah, but you got everything in there. Somebody can just copy and paste from that link, Colorado Jan. Just go to defythegrid.com. I don't know why. Maybe you have to hit enter after you put that in. But yeah, there you go, Michelle. It looks like it's unloaded with Michelle. I don't know. Yeah, go. Anyway, that works. That's actually not an affiliate link. It's just if you go to Defy the Grid and use my coupon code, it works. That's not an affiliate link. A lot of my links are affiliate links, but that was not. Anyway, where can this go wrong, guys? How bad could this get? Of course, remember, Erdogan threatened Israel. He said that they would basically invade them if they invaded Lebanon. Is he serious? If that happens, and he's, a NATO nation, got U.S. forces based in his nation with nukes there, that's not pretty. How are we going to deal with that? especially if we're taking the side of Israel. Ah, Lord. So Israelis identify total war as a top tactic for ending Hezbollah conflict in the north. Yeah, what I said back in either my last broadcast, the one before, either over on Silverhead or here, I said that there were Iranian generals and Iranian military brass calling for just going after Iran directly because Iran is the head of the snake. Iran does control these proxies, and they're saying, hey, the best way to deal with Hezbollah is just go straight for Iran. Yeah, we're looking at a broad conflict here, guys. It could get very ugly. Hey, line rats, very ugly, very fast. 113 at this wild hour in the morning. I'm surprised. Wow, we got a big audience. I didn't want to come in here this late, but the topics, what's going down is just so off the charts. So, yeah, and U.S. Embassy is telling people to get out, Americans to get out of Lebanon now. Take any ticket out, any plane out, any way you can get out, get out, get out now. They said it's an emergency situation. Yeah, because all the heck is about to break loose. And of course, U.S. is sending new military deployments, as I showed you what Milton Austin said a minute ago. And just to make it more interesting, China and Russia staging bomber exercises near Alaska. Wow. And they're doing it together. China and Russia are doing exercises there, doing exercises together in the South China Sea, naval exercises. You might recall they also did a naval exercise off the coast of Russia not that long ago. China, I mean, off the coast, off the coast of Alaska. Pardon me. It's late. And Russia's got out this new video. God is with us. Imagine that. They are really playing this up in the Russian media. They've got 2 or 3 different videos they've released lately. Interesting. And that is not real combat. So for the AI robots that watch these channels, that's AI. Well, don't hit me for that. Maduro in Venezuela has lost the streets in areas that were loyal to him. The barrios, the poor folks, even the poor folks there are protesting. They are nobody, look at this woman shouting and yelling. They don't want communism anymore. Wow. The people there are sick of it. They're fed up with it. They apparently had a landslide election to take Maduro out. But Maduro said, oh, I won. Yeah, I won. Wow. See, once you vote those people in, your chances of getting rid of them is like getting rid of cancer. It's very hard to do. And yet here in our country, socialism and communism are way too popular at the moment. People don't realize what they're sliding into. Look at this. They're even getting Cuban special forces to try to come in to brace up Maduro. So, guys, the crowds, look at the streets there. They don't know more communism. They don't know more communism. And yet, you know, here in the United States, we're just not paying attention. I mean, think about it. Just look at it. Look at Perry runs a show. How you doing from Sweden? Good to see you. Change your name there a little bit, huh? Perry from Sweden. Good to see you. Been a while. Guys, think about this. Now, we see a lot of people in the world getting tired of socialism where it's been so prevalent for so many years. The European people are sick of it. They're trying to get rid of it. They find it hard to get rid of. Once you get it in, it's hard to get rid of. It's like getting chicken pox. You're going to get the shingles one day, or see worse than that. Pantsuit Kamala will use her international diplomacy skills to resolve issues with Iran. Yeah, well, you know how it is. They love Iran. And she probably, I saw an article, I didn't post it tonight. They'll probably be soft on Iran under her. Yikes, guys. Yeah, if they look at all the money that Obama sent to Iran. Look at all the money Biden sent to Iran. How does Iran support all the proxies? With money. So have we not indirectly funded all these proxy groups that have been attacking our troops and attacking Israel, attacking shipping, the Houthis, shutting down the Red Sea? Why do we send all that money to Iran? Was that a good idea? If y'all think that the Biden administration had a good idea by sending money to Iran, Samuel Turner, wow, good to see you, sir. Thank you for the super chat. Long time no see. Good to see you here. Guys, if y'all think that the current administration is right, you tell me. You tell me. If you think they're right in having sent all that money around, put a 1 in the chat room. If you think that was off the walls wrong, put a 2 in. Samuel Turner, Godzilla Burger. That's a good name. Listening from Germany. Awesome. Godzilla Burger. Wow. By the billions, Greg, since this administration. Yes, billions and billions of dollars we've sent over to Iran. And what's Iran do? They take money and make missiles, and they send missiles and money to all the guys that's shooting at our guys and shooting at Plain Route Zero. Let's see if somebody puts a 1. Hey, Larry Smith, good to see you. Let's see if somebody puts a 1 in the chat room. I'm having a hard time with this one, guys. Flavors Forest, listening from where? Kamalas. Isn't it about? Yeah. Well, guys, look, this is where we're heading. Samuel Turner, I know you're a 2. Know how you'd vote on that. Very good. Colorado Jam, I'm a Rex. All right. I don't think anybody's going to vote a 1 in here. For some strange reason, I have a sneaky suspicion we're not going to see any 1s. Lord, guys, this is so off the charts and what we're having to deal with. All right. Cuba. Is it there trying to back up Venezuela? Why? Because Venezuela is their only commie, is a comrade commie in this hemisphere. So they don't want to lose their comrade commie nations. I'm surprised Nicaragua's not in there. Maybe Bolivia. And, socialist president in Brazil is waffling. She's saying, well, I don't know what happened, or I don't know, because there's a lot of people in Brazil that would like to get rid of her. So maybe she don't want to chime in too hard in favor of Maduro, but she really supports that. Long live, yeah, guys. So look at this. Venezuela. Let's go back and look at this pictures of these neighborhoods. Dirt poor. Venezuela has got more petroleum than any other nation on earth. Yeah, it's a heavy petroleum, but still. They were a prosperous nation. They should be doing really well. What happens to nations when they go woke? They go broke. What happens to nations when they go communist? They really go broke. Big time. Look, if you don't believe that, look at North Korea on a satellite map. Oh, you don't see no lights. People can't afford them. Yeah. Now, you contrast resource rich, extremely resource rich or broke ass Venezuela to Singapore. Where's Ace Lee? Is Ace Lee in the house? Compare it to Singapore. Mud oil, but it's still got petroleum. They shouldn't be just broke. Compare it to Singapore. Singapore got no resources. Singapore is extremely prosperous. Why? Because they embrace capitalism. They're not communist. Kirby Investigator. How you doing there, Kiri Investigator? Because they're not communist. So that's it, guys. Compare the two. Compare the two. If you want to know what's worse, atom bombs or socialism, look at Detroit City versus Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Nagasaki and Hiroshima are thriving cities today. Detroit, not so much. There you go. Compare that. So all these people that's thinking that communism is going to save them and put money in their pockets, you better think again. It's not going to work. It will not work. Anyway, well, there are riots in the United Kingdom right now. Apparently, there was some young girl that got knifed, and the local population is incensed, and they're attacking and burning mosques. That's where they think this came from. I don't know, guys. So England, France, they're all having big problems over there. And what's our friend from Germany think about all this? R.I.P. Musso. Live long and prosper, everyone. Pitch dark. Yep. That's North Korea. My understanding is that Kamalas is about as black as you are. Well, Jamaica has her father's side is Irish slaveholders in Jamaica. Oh, okay, that clarifies. That clarifies. He did look a little light skinned. Most Jamaicans are black, but not necessarily all of them. Oh, so, but I saw a picture of her father. That guy don't look too dark. Her father's side is the Irish slaveholders in Jamaica. Wow. Well, that explains a lot. Yeah, the man wasn't looking too dark, and I'm thinking Jamaica. I know Jamaicans. Jamaican, every Jamaican I know is black, but okay, but can't all be black. Wow. Okay, well that says a lot. Although I did see somewhere where it was claimed that her father was Afro-Jamaican. I don't know, guys, but he didn't look especially dark in the photographs I saw. Well, you can get light-skinned black people, it's possible, but whatever. Whatever. She's definitely playing that card. Well, that's another story. We'll see how that pans out. I think, yeah, she might be looking popular today, but let's wait till she starts talking and see how far she goes once she opens her mouth and starts campaigning. I don't think there's much to come out, especially job growth slowing down, the economy's tanking. Guys, that might be a good reason. Is this a link to? Yeah, here we go. Here it is, the Father Grid. That's it. Might be a good time to go in and get you some gold or silver. Right now, gold is at over $2,400 per troy ounce. So I get 1%, and you can get 1% off if you use the code Green Gregs when you go to this website. And there's a lot of other channels promoting other sites that give them a bigger commission. I could do that too if I went to some of those other ones. But hey, that's a great deal. If you can find a better deal somewhere else, they say they'll meet it or beat it. So give it a try. You can get silver, platinum. You can get bars, coins. I'm still fond of these gold backs, because that's a fungible amount of gold, 1/1000th of a troy ounce. That's pure gold. So that's something that you can take to and buy small quantity stuff with, barter with it. And it doesn't matter that it's got some state printed on it. That matters not. It's gold. So there you go. All right, it's just something to think about. Something to think about. Now, if you want to buy it just for the gold and silver, you might want to just buy the bars or the coins. You might do that. But just different things to consider, and you better consider getting some seeds too. Go to True Leaf Market and Eden Brothers. All right, guys, I'm not going to go around the world like I normally do. It is exceedingly late, but we're going to talk about something here. Okay, we're talking about the prospects for this going nuclear. We're looking like Ezekiel and the Book of Daniel. How on earth are the worms? Well, I got worms, but not as many because I've sold a lot of my sled beds. And I got 10 of them packed up. I sold 34 sled beds. I've got 10 on the back of my 2-ton truck. Hopefully I can get them out to Arizona soon. Half in, half black. Well, maybe less than half black. If her ancestry was Irish on that side, it may be mixed. I don't know. I'm not here to judge that. I got a daughter that's half black. She can claim she's black if she wants, black, white, or whatever. But she is playing the card as if that's what she is. So whatever. But DEI president. I don't know, guys. So that's her main qualification. What is her real qualification? What's she know about foreign policy? She's had no dealings in foreign policy. Right now, we're in a foreign policy quandary. The whole world's about to go up in fire. Is this not a time you need somebody that's dealt with other nations that knows foreign policy? Well, she could also identify. These days, you can self-identify as a poodle, I guess, if you want to. I saw a video when one black guy said she was trans black. I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. I'm just saying, guys, she may be half black. And she can call herself black. But the real question is, who is she and what's she going to do? Her record in the Senate was the most liberal senator. She was rated the most liberal. She supports the New Green Deal. New Green Deal says in 10 years, you got no fossil fuels, no cattle. You can't fly places. Yeah, try that out and see what happens to the U.S. economy. She supports big-time government jobs, taxation. This country will look like Venezuela. Oh, yeah, wide open borders. Live your life. Well, thank you, live your life. Salute to you. Appreciate it so much. I've seen pictures posted of your father say, oh, okay, very good. I'll see some of those. He didn't look particularly dark. Not in the picture I saw. I saw a family photograph of him. He looked a little bit on the light side. I don't know. I don't know, my friends. So, whatever the case is, as vice president, name one thing she's accomplished. Somebody in chat room, name one accomplishment that she's made as vice president or as orders are. Just name one accomplishment. Can anybody come up with one? I'm just asking for one. Just one. Somebody. That was a huge advocate of cryptocurrency. Yeah. That's amazing. In fact, he is saying he thinks that we could pay off the entire national debt with cryptocurrency. Some of them are talking about a huge increase in cryptocurrency. Well, if the dollar goes, that might happen. But if the grid goes out, it ain't gonna be no crypto nothing. So that's why I'm not really promoting cryptocurrency, but that's a gambit. Hopefully it'll pay out. Well, if the grid goes, it ain't gonna matter. So maybe that's a good gambit to take. I would say she was 1/8 to 1/16. That might be whiplash. That might be. I think in the United States, you're considered black if you're 1/8 black or something like that. I think that's I don't know, what were the R.I.P. Musso. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, we got some good super chats going on now. I'm going to check PayPal because I know anytime Michelle posts that, she pretty much usually sends something. And even sometimes when she don't post it, she sent me several donations through the PayPal site that goes through my donate button on my Green Rig site on the Buy Worms page. I'm not selling worms right now. The only active button there is the donate button. Probably need to eliminate the other buttons. I just not had time to go in there and redo the page. Now, just send a fib your way. A fib. Hey, Samuel Turner. Wow. Salute Samuel Turner. If China is getting ready to attack when the Israelis attack her, yeah, that's a big chance. I mean, if Israel's getting attacked and we're distracted over there, we've been playing whack-a-mole with the Houthis. We've already used 800 missiles with the Houthis. And we were saying before that we only had a week or two of ammo to fight China. I suppose China is happy with that. And China would be very happy with us being distracted, especially if North Korea gets involved with Iran in some way. Yeah, we got to talk about something here in a minute. But I'll check this, and we're going to have a little conversation. We're going to go. So type in my passy word, if I can think of it. Let's see what we got any. Was coming this way. Yeah, we had another one super chat through here that occurred right after our last show. So I gotta give credit for that too. Let's see. I think that's it. Michelle Young. Thank you, Michelle. Salute to Michelle Young. Yeah, Tracy. Tracy gave us a super chat, $25. Right at the last one, right after the last video ended, that came through. I saw it. So Tracy Broken Wing, salute to her. She's not in here tonight. So next time I see her, I'll have to give her a salute. Michelle, another $10. So Michelle, how do you afford it? she drops them pretty frequent, so I appreciate that. Michelle F. Gregg, never learned, lost 280 casino. Yeah, you're taking a risk in cryptocurrency. You take a risk. I threw a little bit into it, and I suddenly needed my money, and I lost. Crypto is no guarantee because it's very volatile. You can have everybody out there on the internet. Oh, it's about to shoot way up. You put a little bit in, and it goes boom, tanks hard. So all these pundits out there telling you where it's going to go, they can show you all kind of graphs and justifications and blah, 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 blah. They don't know. That's what I was saying. It's about to go, wow. I put a little in it and lost big on it because it didn't go way up like everybody was saying. We went boom, way down. But it's back up now. It may go crazy, especially as more and more nations embrace it and different things. I just wish it wasn't so erratic. It's very erratic. It's hard to use it as money, like money to trade every day is tough. But Trump's taking donations in it. Might be a good way to donate to Trump if you want to throw something in that direction. Taiwan's jerk can make it a land invasion. It's going to be tough, Larry. It'll be tough. But they may not do a land invasion. They may just do a blockade. Missiles. They may just try to subdue them. But in any event, if they were going to attempt an invasion, the next best time is October, when the sea states are less. You can bet they would be doing things before that, like maybe if the invasion takes or some war breaks bigger with Israel, they might start to blockade in. They might start missile attacks, drone attacks. I don't know. They have certainly invested a lot of money in roll-on, roll-off commercial cargo ships and practiced using them as amphibious landing vehicles. Now, that's the truth. And they got lots of them. So maybe they are preparing for an invasion, for better or for worse. It will be tough. And, my prayers are with the independence, freedom-minded people of Taiwan. Yeah, there is a big moat between China and Taiwan. But Taiwan is still a lot closer to China than it is the United States. With Chinese access to aerial denial missile systems, access denial, aerial denial, it'd be tough for us to get in there and operate. I did the video showing that if they can pinpoint the location of our carriers, they're at risk with all the missiles that China has now. So here's what could Russia have invaded Ukraine if there was 110 miles? Not, probably not, Larry. Probably not. It would have been a lot worse for them. So yeah, it's tough. That's why I don't really think they're going to take Alaska. Because I know the Alaskans. When I was in the Army in Alaska, I was thankful for the civilians up there because they were armed to the teeth. I figured if we got into it with Russia, the civilians would be the ones saving the Army. At least I don't know about the guys down in Anchorage. I hear Anchorage is turning liberal. That's sad. But that's what happens in big cities. But the people on the outback, the people in in the north of Alaska and the interior Alaska, in the brush, they're tough. Oh boy, those are tough people. They are rugged. When I was in Fort Greeley, we called it the home of the ragged. It's supposed to be the home of the rugged professional as our moniker. We always call it the home of the ragged professional. But you got to be rugged to be in Alaska. There used to be some show about Alaska, some reality show, and the guy says, it's tough to live in Alaska. That's the truth. It's tough up there. It's tough. Make no bones about it, but it's the most beautiful state you'll find. Alaska is gorgeous. But woo-wee, it's tough. It is really tough. Anchorage, okay. Yeah, tough as nails. You got to be tough up there, especially if you're in the interior. We refer to everything south of the Alaska Range as the banana belt. Okay, guys, let's get into it. It's 3:30 in the morning. I got to get up a little bit. So what I want to talk about was this. Israel is facing huge forces with Hezbollah. Israel is facing the missile barrages from the Yemenis, who, Saudi Arabia couldn't take them out. They bombed them and had no effect on them, really. They're facing, it's like they thrive on that stuff, the Houthis do. The more you hit them, the stronger they get. They're just tough. Like the aliens from that series that had Sigourney Weaver and Aliens. That movie series. They are tough. Greg, for some reason, this month has been great for amphibious ops. Weather in Taiwan Strait, it's still good. Interesting. Well, weather varies. It could happen then. Could happen. Spring equinox. fan landing troops in Alaska when they invaded. They did. They took Attu Island and what was the other island? Attu and a deck. And that was called a 1,000-mile war when we went in to take them out of there. And I've shown y'all a video of me talking about that. The oldest video of me on the internet, the oldest video I can find of me anywhere. I'm talking about that very subject. That was where I was given the introductory speech to the 1993 International Space Development Conference that I chaired in Huntsville, Alabama. So thank you, Michelle, for sharing that. So guys, here's where I'm getting. Israel is facing Hezbollah. They're facing Iran. Still got Hamas nibbling at them, and they pummeled Hamas hard. And this is why they pummeled Hamas so hard, because they knew they was going to have to face Hezbollah. They knew they may be facing Iran. And so when you're facing this way and that way, you don't want to be getting hit in the back. So they figured Hamas was the easiest to deal with, especially after October 7th. They pummeled the heck out of them. Now they're looking to Hezbollah. They're looking to Iran, and there's other Iranian proxies. So I found a video of Green Greg's in Vegas when he was 21. I don't know about that. Where was that at, Larry? Vegas. I was 21? No, I was at Fort Greely. I was not in Vegas at that time. Wasn't me. I went to Fort Greely when I was 21. Stay there till I was 23. From Fort Bragg, North Carolina, to Fort Greely, Alaska. So it got biblical. Yeah, the oldest video of me is from 1993. I was 33 years old. Porn site, though, that ain't me. That ain't me, my friend. Nope. I don't have any porn videos out there. Anyway. Yeah, that's what we got to work. Samson option. That's just it. Israel forces really can't. How are they going to win this? Especially even if Turkey don't get directly involved, even if North Korea don't get directly involved, if they're providing support to Iran and to Lebanon. Well, Lebanon is not really directly involved. It's the Hezbollah. So I didn't have cameras back then, says Nicholas. Larry's laughing. All righty, guys. So we're smiling. So, wow, I could have been a porn star. Wow, I'd be rich. I'd be wearing me some gold chains. Yeah, I don't think I'd have cut that grade. Army would have kicked me out. Anywho, so yeah, I was in the Army back in those days. I'll go along with you and tease about a little bit though. So, guys, this could go nuclear because what other options does Israel have? I mean, they're facing numerically superior forces. They're placing more rockets than they have, probably between all the stuff that Iran has provided to all the proxies, especially Hezbollah, the Houthis. I mean, Israel can be getting hit from all sides. We've heard Nasrallah, the head of the Hamas, say they have enough rockets to make it rain throughout Israel on every inch, basically, is how he said it. And all the money that we sent over, all the funding that we sent to Iran, at the very least, it didn't help things. It didn't help things as far as I can order with it. The Houthis are in Yemen. The Houthis are a rebel group that occupy a good part of Yemen. They're not the official Yemenis government. They're a rebel group. They've been entrenched there for some time now. There's also another group called the Southern Front that's been backed by Qatar, however you want to call them. Actually, the actual name of that's almost unpronounceable. We call it Qatar. Some people call it gutter. I've got a friend from there. He used to keep bees here, and he pronounces that name. It's like, I'd have to hear that a few more times to say that. It's not a straightforward Anglo-Saxon pronounceable name. It's the way they pronounce it. So you got to say it a certain way to get it right, and I'm not going to try it tonight. So yeah, thank you, Joe Biden. No kidding. They're surrounded by enemies, big time, and they've been well funded. They developed a lot of missiles. They got alliances with North Korea, Russia, China. China. Where could this go? Where could this go? Yeah, and here we are providing support directly. Already been pledged by Austin. Guys, this look at 167 house at this late hour. Wow. Guys, this can go off the charts fast. And we know that Pakistan has declared that they got atom bombs. They've said, the Pakistanis have said, our bomb is an Islamic bomb. They even said they would supply them toward war with Israel. Iran, I've often thought, had 2 to 4 already when Kazakhstan fell. And there's various intelligence sources that make those claims. And it's been said for a long time they're a week away, or maybe they're really chomping at to get there real fast to have it something of their own, indigenous. And if not, how do we know that Russia won't send something down there? How do we know that North Korea is not sending something there? But I do think Israel's gotten more than North Korea at this point. So, but it only takes a couple to wipe Israel out. Haifa, they hit Haifa and Tel Aviv, Israel's finished. They can just get 2 nukes through. Tactical nukes, what we call tactical nukes. Well, that's like Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Israel is a small country. They'd be done. So, and Israel knows it. This is why they may evoke what's known as a Samson option. Now, some people interpret the Samson option as they attack everybody, including European countries. I hope that that's not the case. Now, we tend to think that wouldn't be the case, that they would really, especially pinch their end, focus these weapons on the ones that are trying to take them out. Iran, all the proxy groups. So, what'll never happen, R.I.P. Musso? Never happen. What will never happen? Pakistan, some of them have said it. Now, it's kind of hard to believe because, the United States used to be an ally with Pakistan. We used to be in there pretty thick with them. Things went south of Pakistan. Now, Israel's got nukes now. That's true. And lots of them. But Iran's jumping at the bit to get them. Who knows if it hadn't already got a few. It don't take that many to take Israel out. Israel's a small nation. Iran's a big nation. Iran is dug in deep. They got miles and miles and miles and miles of underground bunkers. So yesterday, the equivalent of an Iranian congressman announced that Iran has nukes now. Would not surprise me. Not surprising. I've always said that there's intel sources that indicated, I heard this years ago, that Iran got 2, and I've heard since it was actually 4 from Kazakhstan when the Soviet Union fell. Before Kazakhstan just gave their stuff up and sent it back to Russia. And what I heard, it wasn't just the nukes, it was a whole missile, whole systems. Well, Israel, I hear 90 to 250 to 300, somewhere, maybe it's 500. I hear different numbers. I've never heard 500 before, but Israel does have more than North Korea. They got more than Iran. But if it only takes 2 to take out Israel, and Iran is a huge country with a massive tunnel network, it may be all Iran needs. More than China. Oh, I think China's got 2 or 3, maybe 4,000. I don't think China's got 500. When you look at all the missiles they're building, when you look at the missile fields they're putting out there, and the MIRV ICBMs they're putting in, which are capable of having 100 pieces, China's lying. And our intelligence is either ignorant or they're sweeping under the rugs. I've done videos on this with the late, great Dr. Peter Vincent Fray, and also with Samson David Pine. We really think from the analysis and seeing what the Chinese are building, they've got a lot more nukes. Not a little bit more, a lot more. 10 times more nukes than what is being advertised. So don't buy that anybody's got more than China other than the United States and Russia. China is really going for it. Dirty bomb, I think they're talking tactical nukes. So, Cuban Nurse Prepper, how you doing? So, if anybody's seen the article on some member of the Iranian parliament, or whatever they call it, admitting that they've got them, I like to see it. They actually are admitting it now. That's what I was saying, Lion Rex. The intel I heard, really good sources, right when the wall fell, was that they got nukes in Kazakhstan. I heard that right off the bat. And that's been backed up by intel I've heard more recently through my contacts through our various power grid defense committees, especially the one that Dr. Peter Vincent Price started, the Task Force on National and Homeland Security, referred to as the EMP Task Force on National and Homeland Security. Oh, yeah. Hezbollah's claiming they got EMP weapons. Maybe non-nuclear EMP weapons, but nonetheless EMP weapons. And they claim they're going to use them against Israel. So, guys, this, an EMP weapon don't have to hit a target on the ground. It can explode in the air. They could detonate before Iron Dome can get to it. Now, Israel has good technology. They have a technological edge. That's evident from the last attack that Iran put on Israel. But the question is, how many missiles do they have to defend themselves? How deep is their Iron Dome systems and their other defense system, anti-missile defense systems? How heavy of a barrage can they sustain? It's also been alleged that Iran sent their older stuff on that barrage. Their newer stuff they held back. The idea of depleting Iron Dome and such things. All right. Lion Rex is Iranian, and he is telling us they had nukes since the end of the Cold War. Guys, let me show y'all something. When I was in college, my main study buddy was an Iranian. My top professor was an Iranian. And I've told you guys that my collegiate sport was math. Showed y'all this on my Soilhead News last broadcast. I just going through my stuff. I found this. I did a spreadsheet analysis about 3 years ago, and somebody come in and said, "I don't want to hear no math from some worm farmer." Put that in the bank. This is a mathematical competition in modeling for the school of the UAH, University of Alabama in Huntsville, which is a heavy, well-accredited, well-known engineering school, a big math department. 3 of us were chosen to represent the university in a math competition. 3 of us. Myself, Payman Arapsahi, Iranian, and Marcus Pendergrass. He was actually only member of the math department. We were both electrical engineering students. Payman has a PhD in electrical engineering now. So, and this certificate was granted by Claudio Morales. from the University of Alabama. So this is a certificate of meritorious achievement because we placed in the top third of the universities competing. We placed over what I was happy with. We beat Cornell, which was Sagan's university. You know, like, yeah, we beat Cornell. Yeah, yeah. So I was happy with that. Beat billions and billions of stars, Carl Sagan's university. So, yes, Payman Arapshahi. Absolutely. He was my main study buddy in college. And I couldn't help but think how just a few years earlier when I was in the Army, we had everything packed up and ready to go to Iran when I was at Fort Bragg during the Iranian hostage crisis, when they were contemplating a larger plan than what they executed and failed in, which mainly failed for lack of spare parts, which is totally predictable by me at the time. But I kid you not when I tell you that math was my collegiate sport. Math was my Olympic sport. So for somebody that don't want to hear mathematics from a worm farmer, go jump in the lake. He'll jump in the lake, swallow a snake, and come back up with a bellyache. I rhyme too. I'm a poet and a mathematician all together. So put that in your smoke and pipe it. Oh yeah, I make pipes. So there you go. That was during the 80s, hostage crisis. Yeah, early 80s, before Reagan came in. It was in the 70s, actually. Yeah, in 1980 was when, they released the hostages in 1981, right when President Reagan was swearing in. They go, oh no, we don't want to hold these guys with Reagan as president. Oh no, when you got a weak president, oh yeah, let's push the United States around. We'll hold the hostages. We'll do this. Oh, we got a strong guy coming in. Get rid of them. Get them out of here. You see what's happening in the world with the weak president here in the United States? The whole world is going up in flames. And now we got a weak president, a weak candidate who has zero foreign policy experience, allegedly is the front runner in the polls. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Somebody who supports the failed ideologies of communism and socialism, who hates freedom. Jeez. We got to wake the young people up in this country, guys. That's what I rely on you guys for. I put out videos about the merits of freedom, the demerits of communism and socialism. I put out videos to those effects, and I hope you guys will find them and use them. Use my videos, show them to those that need to know, or use them to kind of get some talking points. Get talking points wherever you can to learn about this stuff. Watch videos with Ronald Reagan talking about things. Freedom. Yeah, Ronald Reagan made a bunch of good videos on that topic. He was a good orator about that topic. Many others out there too. Many, many others. Read Thomas Jefferson. Read the Declaration of Independence. Yeah, I've read parts of that on various videos. That stuff is true today as it always will be. But you remember about Algeria. I got a neighbor here from Algeria, next door neighbor. So, what you need to pay attention to is Libya, what happened there. Muammar Gaddafi gave up his nuclear program. He tried to play good. And what reward did that get him? He also wanted to help his people. He tried to come up with a monetary system that help people in Northern Africa prosper. A goal back to Nar. What did that get him? Greg, did you see? Michelle Young, did Greg see your comment about prep with Greg? Oh, let me go back. Maybe not. Maybe Karasi. I don't know. How come I check? Okay. You want to move there for a minute. Show maybe on that. Yeah, I got to go to bed. Let's see. I'm looking for a comment from Michelle Young about prepwithgreg.com. So thank you, Miss Dragon. Pakistan is a Muslim nation. They are. That's true. Greg, I don't think your prep with Greg, it goes to my. Yeah, I'm wondering about that myself. It's the link should still be working, but don't show my old logo. I'm gonna have to check with them about that. I haven't had a chance to double check. It's one reason I hadn't been talking about it last couple of videos, or not this after I noticed that. So I have to go back and double check. So what's going on there? It's still the link takes you there, so theoretically it should still be working. All right, Michael F. Salute. All right, what's Michael F. saying? Do you have a quick consulting service? I feel like I'm stuck here knowing more about afterlife stuff. I'm a truck driver bouncing around. Michael, I haven't really set up a consulting service, and I got a very demanding day job right now. It'd be kind of tough. I mean, I could talk with you if you want to do something. You could send me, you can go to that website. If you go to the website that Michelle Young pointed out with a donate button over at greengregs.com, and send me a little donation there and ask a question, tell me how to get in contact with you. We can negotiate it. You know, if you need a bigger consultation. My time is, I'm trying to pack to get out of this place. I'm zero time. I shouldn't even be in here tonight. But with everything on the world, I just had to come to you guys and tell you some of this stuff. We could be in a major war very soon. This war could escalate because we're getting involved in it. Dud Austin said so. Lloyd Austin has committed resources to Israel. The Iranians have talked about with their proxies striking our forces that's over there in the area, as they've done before. Israel is set apparently to invade and attack Hezbollah. Can they do that while dealing with Iran, or are they just going to go straight for Iran? If they go for Hezbollah, Turkey has, and they're doing the first steps that Saudi Arabia talked about, how they would go about it. Saudi Arabia said they go first for leadership and then go for the roads. What if went for the leadership and the roads? They're doing both of those. All the prelude steps they're taking for an invasion. They're still talking about the invasion. What are they going to do? You know, Iran is talking about hitting Israel. If they hit Israel, what's next? I don't think Israel's going to sit back this time. I do not. Thank you, Michelle Young. I do not think Israel's going to sit back this time. Oh, yeah, I don't think Israel will sit back at all. So, what do you think? Fighting 3 fronts at least, it may be far more. So we'll be dealing with the Houthis hitting them. We're going to be dealing with Hezbollah hitting them, getting hit from the back, well, whatever's left of Hamas, getting hit from Iran. There's other Iranian proxies like the ones in Iraq. So Iran, Iraq, this could get ugly in a hurry. Very, very ugly. This is why I'm saying that Israel may have to use nukes. It may not have any choice. They can't send a land invasion force into Iran. They don't have the manpower for it. Maybe the only way they can stop Iran is with nukes. This is really sad because if this stuff can put off, if it could have waited, the people in Iran, they don't want the Ayatollahs ruling them. In time, they would have overthrown the Ayatollahs. They don't want to be ruled by the Ayatollahs. They don't want that kind of life. They're the Lion Rex. You tell me, you're Iranian. Lion Rex, talk about it. Tell me. Rex means king. So when he's saying Lion Rex, he's Lion King. Lion King. Not forget that Israel has announced a secret wonder weapon. MP weapon? What is their wonder weapon? Yeah, the V2 was Germany's wonder weapon. No, the UFO. We're going to be seeing UFO combat. So I don't know, guys. Israel won't do anything without USA backing. That's been kind of sort of the case, but and it's thought that they got the blessing when Netanyahu come to the United States, and then when he went back over, it was bang bang. Got what, 40 standing ovations or something like that in Congress. So, oh yeah, we got Senator Graham, John McCain's mistress, Senator Graham. I often refer to him as John McCain's wife, because of the way Graham used to follow him all the time like a shadow. Putting forward a bill, and it may pass through this time, to basically declare war on Iran because of their nuclear pursuits. Then we got, if North Korea gets into this, North Korea and Russia have got a solid defense pact. So if one gets attacked, the other considers it as if they're attacked. It's like Article 5. This could inflame the Korean Peninsula. Of course, China will love that, because that would be their chance to hop on to Taiwan or Philippines, maybe both. Now, the Filipinos are tough. You know, people think, well, Philippines, a little third world country, they ain't got nothing, they're dirt poor. The Philippines have been fighting an insurrection in the South Philippines for decades. Their army's tough, and there are a bunch of islands. It'd be tough to invade, and they're also a mountainous nation. It would be tough for China to invade the Philippines. Tougher probably than Taiwan. The Filipinos are mad at China for the most part, unless they're with the former president, what was his name? Director Rodriguez, the director. How do you say his name? Anyway, pray for peace. Amen. Amen to that. So, guys, the whole thing here is, if this war starts, Iranians may shut down the Strait of Hormuz. Oil prices could double, possibly. It could shoot way up. I need to get out to Arizona, because the price of gas is huge on costing me getting my stuff out there. I hope this don't happen before I get my stuff in my own rusty rear end out there. I've got some stuff out there, but not enough. So, guys, it can get very ugly very fast. And don't forget, here's the operative thing, that there are sleeper groups in the United States. The first thing I warned you about on this channel was that a report came out from the National Electric Reliability Corporation, NERC, back in, I think, 2014, something like that, March 2014, I think. Memory might fail me, but I believe that's when their report came out, saying there were 9 critical substations in the United States. If taken out, would take down the entire power grid. Somebody enthusiastically took this to the head of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. And his response, 9. I've already got 20 targeted with sleeper cells in the United States. That was 10 years ago. But we can thank our border czar, that she's done such a great job that there hasn't been anybody coming across our border that would pose any threat to us at all. So go thank the border czar that we got nothing to worry about. We can all just go over and go to sleep, and sleep very comfortably, knowing what a great job she did in that regard. I don't see any more chat. If I go to sleep, or is it my chat room fell? Yeah, 192 in the room. Somebody say boo. Oh, there we go. We know we're working. Michael just sent us a super chat. Thank you again. Much love. Keep spreading information. So thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. So, guys, there we have it. This is what we're talking about. It's time to get ready. So, Michael, the first thing to do, and everyone else, if you've not been prepping, is take care of the thing that you're going to have to worry about the most is water. Get you water purification equipment. Get yourself, and a lot of these filters ain't what they're advertised to be, guys. Just keep that in mind. Most of them aren't. They over average. Oh, this will be good for 10 million gallons. Yeah, a gallon of dirty water, and you got to throw it away. They're pumping smoke. All these, you got to be real careful. Boo! There we go. We're alive. I spent $30,000 in the last few weeks for the final preps. Wow. Thank you, Samuel Turner. So there's a man that knows what he's doing. Here's a man who's behind what he believes in. And at the worst case, if nothing happens, he's got some good reserves to keep him going forward for a long time. And there's always national disasters you can be ready for with that stuff. Look, when the tornadoes came through in 2011, because I was a prepper, I was sitting just fine and pretty. I had food, I had power, I had everything I needed. I was there. I wasn't going to run in panic or scared when the broke out and the toilet paper preppers stormed the stores. I was laughing. I didn't buy any toilet paper, didn't need to. I had plenty of it. See, guys, you could think ahead. Think ahead. It's the stuff that you use on a daily basis the most. Get food. Get means of self-defense. The best ones I refer to as nugs. If you got nugs, clean them. I just cleaned mine. I just oiled and lubricated my pet nugs. Nice shiny coat. Always helps on a pet. And you got to feed them nugs some kibbles, You got to run a few kibbles for them. Warms them up. You got to keep them well fed and keep plenty of stock to feed them and your own personal pets. Be right with your maker. Take care of your family. Talk to your neighbors. Tell them, hey, things are about to go down. We need to kind of cooperate. Have a game plan. At least those that you can talk to. Seek out in your neighborhood, especially the vets. Maybe second level, go to police, but police may not always be on their side unless they're retired. They might. So check, but go first to your local veterans in your neighborhood. Then go to the policemen and sheriff's deputies. I go for sheriff's deputies for the policemen. Boy Scout motto: be prepared. Amen. I was a Boy Scout, and that meant a lot. That's a Boy Scout salute, right? So I just bought the A300 Ultima Patrol multi-camo. All righty. So get your water supplies squared away. Get your food prep squared away. And other just daily things. What do you buy when you go to the grocery store? Toilet paper, right? Know how to find stuff in the woods. I did a video talking about wild growing toilet paper. Everybody talks about mullein. Wow, Samuel Turner. Salute to you. Thank you, sir. As ugliest man in North America, I want to buy the second ugliest man lunch. I'm talking to you, Greg. Stay on point. Thank you, Samuel Turner. Well, we had a guy asking about what to do for preps, and he offered to send me some money for that, and he gave me some super chats. So I'm just telling you what's most important first and foremost is just get your basics in order. There's a lot of basics, but you also, if you can train. If you can go camping and train in woodsmanship, do that. Samuel Turner said he just spent $30,000 in the last few weeks, and I know he spent more than that before that. I mean, there's things you can do, and not a lot of people can't afford that, but you can afford dried beans and rice, probably nothing else. Get you some dry beans and rice if you can't do anything else. Or just buy, if all you can do when you go to the store is buy one extra tin of sardines, it lasts a long time, or something in a can. One other can of food that lasts a long time, has a lot of nutrition and calories, is sweet potatoes. Now, one thing I'll go Steve Popper on this and talk about store shelves. So I went to Walmart, which had been carrying vast amounts of 91% alcohol, which I used to clean sanitizer. They were totally out, completely out of it. They didn't have much of any kind of alcohol. I bought a little bit of the, 70%, a lot cheaper than buying it at the grocery store here, Publix. But, things like that, things to sanitize with, clean with, bandages. And for sucking chest wounds, if you get shot in the chest, you might be able to buy the military grade bandages, but The military, the spinoff of the military grade bandages were women's pads. So the big thick pads, yeah, that'll work. That'll work. So just think about those kind of things. Sometimes you can use one thing to substitute for another. That's something to look at. Another thing, if you're out on maneuvers, you better know that drones can watch you. Drones you can't see or hear. They can be at 10,000 feet. And they got such good thermal systems on them now that they can see your footprints. Now, if you're out in the hot desert, your footprints ain't probably going to show up. And you got to know how to evade. They ain't going to be watching everything all the time. But if you take out somebody very important to them, oh, yeah, they're going to be looking for you. So I just want to stay low, keep out of the fray. And peanuts go bad fast. That's true, but peanut butter lasts a long time. Peanut butter lasts a long time. So think about that, peanut butter. And a lot of nuts, most nuts will last about a year. Nuts. So, you know, full of magnesium. So I'll finish that one. You don't need magnesium. Magazine paper makes good temporary bandage for women. There you go. You got to think about these things. Train, get ready if you can. Just be ready for whatever may come. I carry a nug in each pocket. So I keep my pet nugs close at hand. So stow it. My only prep's a full cupboard, a bit of silver, gold, and cash, variety of seeds and fertilizer, bleach, treat water. There you go. That's the start. Potato slips, that's a start. God help us, things come to that. Well, line wrecks, there's a good chance. Good chance. Better than I've ever seen in my life that things can go south. It's not good, and I mean better in greater value, not better as in good. It's not good. Let's hope and pray these things don't happen. It's not a foregone conclusion, but guys, I don't think it was this bad in the Cuban Missile Crisis, to be honest. I think we're in far worse shape. We got far more adversaries and be far more damage to us. Just taking down our power grid here at home today would probably be worse than what Russians could have done to us in 1962. Probably far worse. Sleeper cells could do us more damage right here at home than what the Russians could have done in 1962. You watch my power grid defense videos to see what I'm talking about. You need to watch those seriously. And if you live near a nuclear power plant, better think about getting out. Spent fuel rods are going to be an issue when the power runs out. May take a few weeks, but they're going to be an issue real fast. 7% alcohol is better for disinfecting than higher concentration because there's more water to dissolve. Okay. Well, using both. So just get ready. Also put it in squirt bottles. If I see a flying insect around me, don't last long. I just bang, bang, right out of the air. Really good against wasp nest or just flying wasp. The other problem. But don't take on wasp. Don't take my advice. I've always loved battle wasps, but they can, if you suddenly get one of those, what do you call it? You get reactions to wasp things. It's what do you call it? Anaphylactic shock. Anybody could get it. You might have been stung a million times and never had it, but the next one might kick it in. You never know. I've never had a fear of wasps and bees myself. I got to be very careful in Arizona because there are a lot of honeybees on my place, and those honeybees are all Africanized. And I'm okay as long as I don't come up on a high. I was out in the fields, little Africanized honeybees searching flowers. They can buzz around you. They ain't gonna hurt you. I have this fly around me checking me out. I ain't scared of them. It's an individual bee like that, unless you swat it, it ain't gonna bother you. If you swat it, you're gonna release hormones from that bee that's going to tell the rest of them to come attack you. Don't swat the bee. It's not going to hurt you. So just keep those things in mind. And they go for your eyes if you're running from the zig and zag. Michael, wow, thank you. One more time. Might as well support. We out here. Only love. Yeah, love is the most important thing, guys. Sleep. Thank you, Michael. Just keep that. Yeah. Phil super chat on live stream. Well, thank you, Michael. More time. Might as well support. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Guys, find the ones you love and tell them you love them. Every chance you get. You don't know when's the last chance you'll get to see the people you love and tell them that. It's very important. You may lose communications. It's like coal filters, fish tanks. The state water filtration, they said to use sand. Yeah, I did a video on water filtration. I did a video showing you many means of water filtration. Probably the best thing to do is just get you some 5-gallon buckets and put all sand in one and coal and get something else to do the grosser filtration, and then a bucket of sand of old, hopefully activated charcoal. It's best. Activated charcoal, if you can find it. You can make charcoal by burning in a fire, but don't use fuel when you're doing that. And I would recommend using hardwood, but you don't have to use hardwood, but I'd recommend it. So anyway, guys, we need to go. It is 4:20 in the morning. Jeez, I got to get up in a couple minutes. I can't just go straight to bed either. Yow, hey, Wendy, how you doing? 180 here. Special ops are trained to go to the edge of the streams and dig holes. Yeah. You can, if you've got water over here, go next to it and dig down, and the water will filtrate through the sand. It's going to be a lot cleaner than what you get straight out of the stream. There's tons of prepping tips, tons of things. Maybe one of these days when I'm out in the desert, I get more time. If the world hadn't blown itself up, I'll just go through a lot of that stuff. Maybe I'll build some shelters and things. Top of the morning. There you go. R.I.P. Musso. Sand is a great filter. No kidding. I grew up on a place called Sand Mountain. It's full of sand rock. And that sand rock filtered the water. It's some of the best boiled water you've ever drunk anywhere. It was on Sand Mountain. My grandmother had probably some of the best boiled water I've ever drunk anywhere. Best water. It was awesome. You're late. Yeah, well, we're about to go. I've been on 81 minutes, way too long. I meant to be a 30-minute video tonight. But we get talking. I can't get away from you guys. But that's the truth. Sand is a great water filter. And that's the beauty. I got lots of sand on my place in Arizona, because my place in Arizona was once a beachfront. Yeah, my property in Arizona was a beachfront 45 million years ago. Some of you guys don't believe that stuff. But anyway, it was a beachfront. It's got the sand dunes. It's got the rocks that are rounded, that have been tumbled by the waves, or rivers or something. They've been well tumbled and rounded. Lots of them. So, all right, folks. Everyone, sand used for playgrounds. Yeah, just don't use the sand when you got cats. Alrighty, folks. I want to thank everyone. I want to thank all you super chatters. Super chatters, you've been awesome tonight. Salute to all you super chatters. Salute to all you mods. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Guys, I got to go. So, to one and all,